Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. The red one, I'm just going to do a match reaction on Manchester United's victory over Aston Villa last night, 2-1 to the Reds. And I think we had a fairly decent game last night, especially a few of the players did. We started really well, the first 10 minutes. I think we did really well, we got up there, we was at them. And then after the 10 minutes, not regarding the goal, till about half time, it was Villa. Villa really came into the game. They started attacking us, they started sustaining attacks. And then about the 39th, 40th minute, Manchester United scored their goal, and that came from the back into Pogba with some magnificent midfield play there to get it out to Rashford, then to Wan, and then eventually into Martial for the goal. And we did really well. There were some good performances in the first half from Bailly, some good saves from De Gea. Pogba, I think, did really well. And I think Villa would have been disappointed to go in 1-0 down, but we'll take that. As a Manchester United fan, I would take that 1-0 at half time. And I think Villa would have, if they'd have got their final passes correct, they could have probably had a goal or two, but they didn't. And half time comes. We're happy. We come into the second half and it literally started like just both at each other, which is what I like to see in football. We both clearly wanted to win the game, and it was coming round. It was they scored their goal, which I think was a mistake by Wan-Bissaka. Man United give away a free kick on Wan-Bissaka's side of the field. And he stands there and he tries to stop. I understand what he's trying to do when he's trying to stop the free kick from being taken quickly. So he gets told, the referee tells him not to do that. So he steps a few steps backwards and tries to put his leg in the air instead of just darting down there, getting to your man Grealish and stopping that cross coming in. He didn't do that. The cross managed to worm its way through all the way towards the back post. And Bertrand Traore managed to squeeze it past De Gea, which made the score 1-1. Put Aston Villa's tails up, probably thinking they could win it. Moments later, comes up to Manchester United as a throw-in. Luke Shaw gets it nicely into Pogba, who manages to turn his player into the box. And he's brought down, which I do think was a bit of a soft penalty. It was a bit soft, to be fair, and I think it could have done. I don't know. It was soft. It was a soft penalty. But Bruno Fernandes, he steps up as he does, and he's ultra reliable from the spot, and he puts it away and tucks it into the left hand side of the goal, which puts Manchester United 2-1 ahead there. Both goals, I think Pogba played a massive part in both of them. Obviously, he was the one who got the penalty. He was the one with that magnificent midfield play in the first half, and just his little tricks and 1-2s with Martial and Rashford and Bruno. Like it played well, did Pogba yesterday. And then after the 2-1 goal, it was really starting to be more Villa pegging us back, and we was sort of like hanging on to our lead and doing some breakaways. He decided to swap out McTominay for Nemanja Matic, which I thought was a good decision, because McTominay had the worst performance out of all of our players on the pitch, in my opinion. Yeah, I think he needed to come off. He just wasn't quite up to his Leeds United standard of performance at Old Trafford last time out. And then he made another sub of Daniel James for Bruno Fernandes. I think that was to keep up with the pace of my Cash up and down them wings. And then he swapped out Fred for Tuanzebe just to seal the game out, really. And they got a few good chances. I remember a Tyrone Mings header there that just went wide, and at the end we ended up squeezing it out. I think Pogba at the end maybe could have run up to the corner flag and held out the game instead of having to make Bailly make that superb last ditch defending block, which all the players at the end of the pitch were jumping on him about. And yeah, so 2-1 Manchester United puts us joint on top with Liverpool on points. They're ahead on goal difference. The next Premier League games, we have Burnley at Turf Moor, we have Liverpool at Anfield, and we need to get the 3 points at Burnley. And then we can't really settle for anything less than a draw. So it needs to be a win or a draw at Anfield. If we're gonna sustain this, we can't let them take a 3-point lead on us, and hopefully we can keep our consistency up throughout the rest of the season and keep taking in the good results and keep improving. I think we've definitely improved since the start of the season, since we lost to Crystal Palace 3-1 and Tottenham 6-1, and that poor display against Arsenal and the sort of like defensive lacklustre display against Man City, where I don't think either team really wanted to win, and Chelsea. But I think we're improving game by game. I think Bruno Fernandes is pivotal to Manchester United's play. But for the game against Villa, man of the match, last night I thought I've got to give it to Bailly, just because of like the reactions after on the pitch. But then after thinking about it, I thought I've got to go with Pogba. I do have to go with Pogba. Pogba is my man of the match for last night. He was directly involved in both the goals, majorly in the build-up play in the first one, and obviously the penalty on the second one, which allowed Bruno to bury it in the bottom left. So it has to go to Pogba. One was up there, but I think he made that mistake for the Traore goal. But he did well linking up with Rashi on the right hand side. So yeah, overall Pogba man of the match for me. And I've seen Ollie in his little interview after, a bit critical of that killer pass that he commented about, saying that sometimes we're trying to kill a pass too much, which I agree with. Sometimes between Pogba and Bruno, sometimes we give away that ball too much, but you got to try them passive to be creative. If we're going to be a safe pass, it's going to be side to side, side to side. So I understand what it means, like maybe not try it too much, like try the passes and maybe, do you know what I mean? But overall, it was a well fought 3 points for Manchester United, and it puts us, every game where we're going to get 3 points on puts us closer to being the shake come the end of the season, and I hope we are. And yeah, so the next 2 games, I've got a cup game against City on Wednesday, which I will cover a match reaction for after the game. And yeah, there we go, people. There's a match reaction. If you like the video, please subscribe, and thank you very much for watching.